When you focus on yourself and stay silent, everything falls into place. There comes a time in life when you realize that the loudest voice doesn't always speak the deepest truth. You begin to understand that the constant noise around you is not a sign of progress, but often a distraction from it. The scrolling, the sharing, the proving, it can all drown out the one voice that matters most, yours. When you focus on yourself and stay silent, everything starts to fall into place, not because the world around you becomes easier or simpler, but because your perspective sharpens, your energy realigns, and suddenly the chaos fades, not because it's gone, but because you've chosen not to let it inside you. You stop explaining your every move. You stop announcing every goal. You stop measuring your worth by how quickly others clap. Instead, you begin the journey of becoming quietly, consistently, powerfully. You see, we live in a time where noise is mistaken for progress, where sharing your dreams feels more urgent than building them. But the truth is, some of your most powerful breakthroughs will happen in silence. Not everything needs an audience. Not every step forward needs a post. Some of your most important moves will be invisible to the world, but deeply transformational for you. Think about it. Seeds don't sprout on the surface. They grow underground, away from the eyes, in darkness and stillness. That's where the real work happens. That's where roots are formed, and it's no different with you. When you begin to focus solely on yourself, something shifts. You stop comparing your timeline to others. You stop feeling rushed. You stop needing approval, and instead, you learn to trust. Trust your pace. Trust your process. Trust that what you're building matters even if no one claps yet. There's a freedom that comes with going silent. You're no longer trapped by people's expectations. You're no longer adjusting your path to please the crowd. You're not distracted by proving. You're locked in on improving. Because let's be honest, sometimes you spend so much time telling people what you're about to do, you end up doing nothing. You waste energy narrating your process instead of living it. But when you stay quiet, you conserve your fire. You protect your vision. You stop leaking energy and start channeling it. You start saying no to anything that doesn't serve your purpose. No to drama. No to comparison. No to trying to be understood by those who will never get it. You become intentional with your time, ruthless with your peace, and serious about your growth. This is what focus looks like. It's not flashy. It's not loud. It doesn't seek attention. It seeks alignment. When you truly lock in, the outside world becomes less important. You stop watching others. You stop competing. You stop keeping score, because the only game you're playing is becoming the version of you that you know you're meant to be. And let me tell you something about that version. They're not built overnight. They're built in silence, in the early mornings, in the late nights, in the quiet decisions to do better, to go again, to not give up. They're built in the gym when no one's watching, in the office when the world is sleeping, in the hours spent studying, planning, building. They're built when you choose discipline over distraction, when you choose growth over comfort, when you choose to show up for yourself even when no one else does not. And the beautiful thing is, when you stay silent and focus on the work, results speak louder than any announcement ever could. You won't need to prove yourself. Your consistency will do that. Your transformation will do that. Your presence will speak for itself. People will begin to notice, not because you told them, but because the shift in you becomes undeniable. You'll walk differently, think differently, speak differently. You'll move with purpose, with peace, with power. And the same people who once doubted you will ask, "Where did this come from?" And you'll smile, not out of pride, but out of knowing that you built this quietly, patiently, faithfully. That's the reward of silence, clarity, strength, power. Let me be clear, staying silent doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing more than ever, but without the need for validation. It means replacing noise with action, talk with discipline, hype with habit. You don't need to declare war on your old self. Just outgrow it. You don't need to argue with doubters. Just outwork them. You don't need to chase applause. Just build something that echoes long after you're gone. The world will tell you to stay loud, to post every win, to market every move. But what the world won't tell you is that some of the greatest victories happen when no one is watching, when it's just you and your dream, you in the process, you in the grind. That silence is not empty. It's full of potential, full of power. In that silence, you'll learn what you're made of. You'll learn how to show up when you're tired, how to believe when no one else does, how to lead yourself before anyone follows you. You'll learn how to fail without quitting, how to rise without noise, how to grow without needing eyes on you. That's real power, because anyone can talk, but only the disciplined can build. Anyone can post, but only the committed can persevere. Anyone can start, but only the focused can finish. So, if you're in a season of isolation right now, lean into it. If you're building in silence and it feels like no one sees you, good. If you're focused and people think you've changed, you have. You're becoming. You're aligning. You're rising. Let them sleep on you. Let them doubt you. Let them forget you. Because one day, when the dust settles and your vision is visible for the world to see, they'll wonder how you did it, and you'll know the answer. You did it by going inward, by shutting out the noise, by locking in, by staying silent, and by never giving up. So if no one told you today, let me be the one. You are not behind. You are not invisible. You are not delayed. You are right on time. You're exactly where you need to be. Now stop explaining. Stop seeking. Stop apologizing. Focus. Build. Evolve. Let your work speak. Let your results echo. Let your silence build something the world will never forget.